Okay, here we go. John, are you sharing your screen?
I am. Can you see it?
Okay. Yes, I do. I'm gonna
Okay.
um, I'm gonna let you start demonstrating the portal.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, Nancy. Okay, so I'm assuming everybody can see my screen. You should be seeing the Welcome to the Vogue platform screen. So what I'm going to do as part of the demonstration is to show you how you can log in as a VBE or a service disabled VBE and go in there and update your profile and also show you some of the other things you can do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to log in as a VBE. And what you'll so this is the homepage that you should see. Okay, there's a couple various things you'll see on here. This is basically your homepage. You can also get to this page by clicking on the dashboard at the top. Okay. Um, so there's various areas. The business profile is what Nancy was referring to. This is the information that the corporate allies are going to see, and for that matter, other VBEs are going to see when they're searching and looking for partners and so forth. Right. So it's very important that this information is up to date. So so let's start off with that. Oh, by the way, before I move on, you must be registered as the to have access to your profile. So if you are the person who applied for certification, then automatically you have the login that's associated with the profile. If for whatever reason you're not associated with the correct profile, there's no way for the portal to know. So then that would require somebody like Nancy to make sure that your login is associated to the right profile. Okay, so I just want to point that out. So to access your business profile is this box here that gives you access to really the various sections. It's really these four sections that you can update. Right. This is the same information that you would have seen in the application. However, we understand that things change, so we want to give you access to be able to keep that information up to date. So let's go with business info. Uh, Business info is just general contact information about your company. I guess one of the more important things are your website, contact information, address, and a lot of this information is going to be used in the search. So if you wanted to look for somebody in Alabama, for example, then we're going to try to find the companies that are located in Alabama. But also business website, very important. Right? That's usually one of the first places that people look at is the website. So make sure you update that. And to make the changes that you need to make, all you have to do is edit this and click save. You can click save as many of them as often as you like. So if it takes you a while, just click save frequently, and then we'll make sure we save your information. Um, I'm gonna go back to the dashboard. So that was basic company information. Business profile has a lot of the search criteria for your profile. Things like company overview, um, right? So you can tell us about your company, key features and market differentiation, and keywords. These act very similarly. What we do is we index these keywords and key features so that when somebody is doing a keyword search in their sourcing, we're gonna index these and find your company, right? So it's very important that these are up to date as well. And of course, these can shrink and expand as needed. Additional business information. If you have a company pitch, whether it's YouTube or something on your website that you want to make available, put that in here. This is just a link to that site or to that document, whatever it may be, and it's just a link so that users can refer to that. Wherever you see little question marks like this, you can kind of you can click on it, give you additional information or hints. And down here is the uh, social media, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook page, if you have it. Again, this is oftentimes what people do to evaluate your company and your organization. So make sure if you have those, please provide those. And then finally down here, you have the NAICS codes. So this is basic. This is actually what's on your certificate, right? So this is the first one is obviously required. This is your primary next codes, but you can have up to 10. And if you wanted to use, if you're not sure about your next codes, if you're not sure about, if you know your next codes, then certainly please add, just type in the code. If you don't know your next code, you can type some of the keywords here, so you can do that. Right, so you can just type it in and it'll try to match everything that has electric in it or electricity. Okay. And then when you
Before we
select
move
that,
to another page, let me just emphasize
yeah,
a little
please.
bit here. This is an important
Okay.
page, and if you again are one of these companies that's been certified by us for more than the past year, you want to make you're sure you take a look, because your information, there may not be anything showing on your company profile. So take the time to utilize and really describe your business with all of the possible keywords that a customer could be searching for. Take the time to expand your profile as completely as possible, and utilize these links. If you have these social media links, it's important that you include those about your business as well. And finally, if you also have other documents that you'd like folks to be able to see about your business, if you can create them in the form of a link, uh, it's possible for you to put those in here too. And I think John's demonstrating that as we speak. But
Mhm.
again, don't cheat yourself. Make sure your profile is very fully populated, and use the NAICS codes. Not every corporation searches under NAICS codes, but if they do, you want them to be able to find you. So do also take the time to include as many that fit your business as possible. So thanks, John.
Right.
I just want to emphasize that. Thank you.
Of course. Yes. And also, these NAICS descriptions are actually used in the keyword search as well. So we do
Mm-hmm.
index those. So if you're doing battery stuff and then you selected this NAICS code, if somebody's searching for battery, they will find your profile.
That's great.
And it's important to note that these NAICS codes in the descriptions must match, and that's why they're not right now. Since I've selected these are not editable, right? But if you wanted to remove one of these, all you have to do is click on the minus here, and it'll get rid of that, and you can start all over. Okay, you can do that. All right, and that's it. So you can save those changes. Okay. And then that's it. So if you go back to the dashboard, that's this. What else? There's also the reference section. So everything under here is what you can update, right? Business info, business profile you just saw. Of course, references as well. And this is also going to be included in your capability statement. So you can have up to 3 references. Feel free to, if you don't, if you only have one, you just make sure you click on this up here. Checking that or unchecking it will make it editable for you. The reason why we do that is because we want to make sure we have complete information here. So if you don't have sufficient information to provide additional references, then if you just click that, then we'll ignore those fields. Okay, but you can have up to 3. Let's go back to the dashboard. Um, the final thing that you can update is your logo. Okay, and why is that? And then the logo is simply just uploading your logo. Okay, so when you go in here, you just basically attach your logo, and then we will use that in your company profile. So let me show you what the company profile does. Um, so everything that you are able to update here is going to show up in your search results for VBEs, right? So as corporate allies are searching the database, everything that you provided here, they can see. In addition to what they can see in the search results, we also generate a capability statement. So if you want to look at what your profile looks like as a capability statement based on what you provided in the business info, business profile, and references and the logo, you can just click here. And it will generate the capability statement. Then you can certainly use to for your customers, but this is also accessible by your corporate allies, so they can see it as well. Okay, I'm waiting. Actually, I may have already have that open. Let me see if I can show it. Yep, there it is. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so there's your capability statement. So we generate this whole thing based on the information you provided, right? So all the contact, this is all the business info here. Your social media links are here. This is a summary of the other information that's part of your company, like your NAICS codes, your page code, your DUNS number, when you were established, what sector you're in. Um, the sector is actually selected based on the NAICS code, your primary NAICS code. So keep that in mind. So if you have multiple options for NAICS codes and they kind of fall in different sectors, make sure you put your primary one in the primary NAICS codes, and then that will affect this sector. Okay. Company overview. You saw that. It's just just a text that you can. I would recommend if you have a website and you already have an About Us page, this is a perfect place to put that. Right? Just copy and paste it in here. Somebody's already created, you've already paid somebody to create that content for you about your company. Why not reuse it here? Right? Keywords and NAICS codes are here, and then of course your references down here. So this gives you, and of course the logo. I forgot the logo. The logo it's restricted here, so you may have to, trial and error, get the right sizing properly. But we do maximize the size of that logo. So even if you submit one that's too big, we're gonna resize it so it fits in this little area here. Okay. So if you have a really small logo, you might want to, put a bigger, higher resolution logo just so it looks right. But certainly you can, upload your logo, download your capability statement, see what it looks like, and again, trial and error, because it's kind of, everybody has different. Their logos comes in different shapes and sizes, so it's kind of hard to accommodate all the different sizes. So just trial and error is probably the best thing I can suggest there. Okay. Anything you want to add there, Nancy?
No, no, other than we've gotten great feedback from the corporate allies. They really like to have this one pager for each
Mm-hmm.
business. That's something that their end users frequently request. So we're
Mm-hmm.
delighted to be able to help you provide that with no additional effort on your part. And corporates like to have that to share, as I said, internally, instead of just a spreadsheet with a list of company names. This is a nice foot forward for you in introduction to the buying decision makers at corporate allies.
Yes,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Um, there's the other areas of the homepage, is your my certification. Of course, this has details about your certification, when you certified first, originally, when your certification expires. And this button will differ depending on where you are. In this case, I've actually started the recertification, so it says continue recertification. If I hadn't started that and it's time for me to recertify, then it'll have a start recertification or something rather than continue certification. So this, depending your options here will vary based on your mileage, but you will have the opportunity to do that. So if you wanted to continue recertification, you can certainly click on this. Another way to get to your application is to click down here. There's the My Application. So this gives you access to anything that's pending. So right now I have a recertification that's pending. So if I wanted to access it, I just click on this link. It'll take me to my recertification application. Right? So when you start your recertification application, we are going to populate it with everything we know about your company based on your previous application, right? So most of the stuff is already there. Um, so if you're, and this is also another opportunity for you to update your business profile and your business info, right, and your references. So all these things are, it's all the same information. It's just, you don't get to change some of the certification related information, but the basic information you can change. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna go back to the dashboard. You also have access to the corporate ally directory. Okay, so if you click on this is the sandbox I'm using, so you might not see a complete list here, but this is the corporate ally directory. So you can see the context for the various corporate allies. And of course, you can also search the VBE database. So if you want to do that, all these resources are also on the left-hand side. So you can see corporate directory. You can search the VBE database. So if you search the VBE database, it's going to look like this. So there's the corporate search. So as you can see here, there's keyword search. So remember everything about your business profile. When you do your keyword search, it's going to show up here. Right? So if I said battery, I should find my that one profile. Okay. So you can fine tune your search requirements. You can fine tune it by you saying, hey, I want to look for VBEs in Alabama. Actually, let me go to do something. Let me reset this and show you. Okay, so let me just show you. So if I wanted to search for, say, construction, right? So here's I reached 44 records in construction. Anything that has construction in it. So you're gonna have. So this is a kind of a condensed version of the supplier profile, so you can kind of see one right after the other. And you can show more or less what the company overview is. You still have the same NAICS codes here, 1 million. You have the ability to download the brochure, so that capability statement is accessible here as well. You can see their certificate number, their certificate, their Navoba certificate. And you can actually add these to a list. If I wanted to save these and discuss them with a colleague, then I can go to scroll down to the bottom and I have various options for this. I'm just going to scroll. So you can select everything on the page, and then you could save them. You could save the entire result set, all 44 to your saved list.
Hold on a
Um,
second, John.
yeah.
I think you're approaching the corporate ally search function,
Oh,
which
okay.
we need to
Oh,
do.
I'm sorry.
Save
Yes,
that
I
for
am. I am.
2:30.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Let's just recap then, and see if
Okay.
anybody has any other questions for the VBEs, because we've gotten a question about whether or not it's going to be accessible, and we have recorded this session and it will be available. Um,
Hmm.
I think it's our YouTube channel or it's the Navoba website, one or the other. Mimi should
Hmm.
be able to answer that question. But uh, corporate allies, we're going to show you how to update your profile and search the database in about 5 minutes time when we
Yeah.
start the next session. So
Oh,
hold that thought, please, John.
yep. There's two more areas here that I didn't cover. This is the download. So you can download your certificate. Okay, and I can show you what that looks like. You can also download the Navoba seal if you want to put this on your website or any kind of collateral you may have to show that you are Navoba certified. Then
Mm-hmm.
you can download that seal basically.
That's
Okay.
right.
What? Yeah, it's showing. I'm sorry, it's showing up on my other screen just a little bit. This is what the seal looks like. So feel free to download that, put it on your website, collateral, what have you. Um, the certificate, I thought I had that already somewhere. Um, no, I guess not. So if I download the certificate, I apologize. My connection is really slow. But anyway, it'll show the certificate here in a second.
Mm-hmm.
So those two, that's pretty much it. So close
Yeah,
the
let's
certificate.
pause for a second. We got a few more minutes left. Let's see what other questions we might have from our audience. The certified WB, yeah, veteran businesses who are
Mm-hmm.
on the line. Any other questions from businesses currently certified by Navoba? Hopefully some of this is going to look real familiar to you, because when you were filling in your application, those fields that John showed you were the same fields that you entered information from. So you can see how it flows through to your profile in our database and then onto your capability statement. And here's the certificate again is on the screen now. And if you're a veteran, your logo is blue, and if you're a service disabled veteran, it's red. So that's something that you all have received from Navoba, but if you can't find it and ever want to access it from the database, you can just click on that link that John showed.
Mhm.
Samantha is asking us a question about the best way to contact the corporate allies. Well, there's a lot of answers to that question, but maybe John, could you show on the dashboard how a veteran accesses the list of corporate allies?
At the
Yes.
directory. Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's the corporate directory. You can
Yeah.
access it from the resources navigation on the left or on the resources box. And when you click on that, of course, this depends on the corporate ally completing their profile as well. Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
in some cases, you will have more information than others, but this is how you access corporate ally.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Please mute yourself if Beowulf. Please mute. Oh, I can mute you. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So just like you have the ability to update your profile, corporate allies do the same. So they can go in here and update their address and their contacts and so forth in their website. Okay.
Goodness. I don't know what's causing that.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna mute myself. Is that it, Nancy?
Yeah, that's it. Drew's got a question here about, he says it's not what he sees when he clicks the corporate ally page. You might be on the Novoba website and not on the Novoba platform. So Drew, can you tell us where you are?
John is also in our development environment. So the live production environment has much more content of the corporate allies.
Great. Okay. Thanks for that. I think we are out of time and we need to proceed on to our next session, which is for the corporate allies. So I want to thank you all for your participation today. And I'm going to put my contact information in the chat. So if you have any further questions, just reach out to Nancy Connor at Novoba. Thanks,
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you.
Okay.
Nancy, are we logging off or are we just staying on?
I think we have to log off. It's a separate meeting link. So
Oh, it's a
let's
separate. Okay.
hang up
All right.
and come back. Thank
All
you.
right. See you there.
Bye-bye.
Okay.